More often than not, when you take on a new task at work, you will have to work from an Excel that is already built. And while the person might explain to you how the Excel works, the best practice is to check that there is nothing hidden in this Excel file before you share it with others. Because sometimes people will get clumsy, they will write things, they will try things on the Excel, and they'll forget to delete it. And once you take over the Excel, it becomes your responsibility. So obviously, you can manually search for each kind of thing and then see whether it exists, it doesn't exist, and so on. But this is very time consuming. So today, I'm going to show you a methodology to see what do you have in this document, so then you can inspect this information and delete it if necessary. So let me explain to you. Basically, we will go to File, Info, and then you have this Inspect Workbook. So Inspect Workbook will look at many things. These are some of them. The most important ones that you will deal with are comments and notes, document properties, which means like the name of the author, etc. If it has macros, hidden rows, columns, or worksheets, invisible object like charts, and a data model. So what we do is we go to this info, inspect workbook, inspect document, and here you have all the categories. The categories are more than the categories I told you, but it's fine. Those are the main ones that you need to look at. So let's inspect. And by the way, before you inspect, I advise you to always save your Excel, because after inspecting you can delete some of those comments, for example, or data model, etc. And you can see here you can remove. So in this case, it found that I have some comments, document properties, data model. If I go down, it has some macros, and then it has also some hidden rows and columns, worksheet, and invisible content. So everything I showed you there. Now, before removing everything, you need to check what they are. Now that you know what are the elements that you are looking for, it's easier to look for them. So we're going to start one by one and look for things. So first of all, you have notes and comments. So if I go here, and if you go to the beginning of the Excel sheet, in older versions of Excel, you only have comments. In the newer version, which is Office 365, you have notes and comments. So let's look at 365 how you do it, but it's the same concept for the other older versions of Excel. So what you should do is Home, and then under Home you have Find and Select, go to Special, and then under Special you have Notes. So if I say OK, you see I had a hidden note here, which in the old Excel was called comment. Unfortunately, you cannot do this for all the Excel sheets at one go, so you have to go one by one and search for the comments and see what you have. So now that we have looked at the note, let's look at this, which is a comment. So how do we get it? We can go to review, and then we can go to show comments, and here you have a nice bar on the side that shows you all the comments. So this is the comment. I can just click on it and it will go to the cell. If I go to another sheet, you see, I can see that there is no more comment. So those are the two methodologies to find notes and comments. Based on your Excel version, you can use one of the two. The second one was document properties. Document properties is easy. You just go to info, you have properties here, advanced properties, so you can check everything. You can check the author, the title, etc. Stats, content, you can see what it has, and then anything custom. Number 3 is macros. So for macros, you need to go to Developer, Visual Basic. If you don't have Developer, you can go to this, More, Options. Under Option, you have Customize Ribbon, and here you have to do a tick mark next to Developer. You say OK, you get it. So let's go to Visual Basic, You can check each sheet to see if you have any macro running. Here I don't have. And then you have the modules. So here I have one module, and in this module I have a macro. Number 4, hidden rows, columns, and worksheet. So for worksheet, you can just go here, right click, and do unhide, and you'll see if there is any worksheet that is hidden. So for example here, there was a worksheet with hidden salaries, which is not good if you want to share with other people. Then, if we go here, what we could do is the following. We go to Home, Find and Select, then you can go to Special, Visible Cells Only, and then you do OK. If you see, when you have hidden content, you will see this small line that is in another color, which means there is something hidden here. So you can just select this, unhide it, and again we see some salaries. Number 5, invisible object. So here is an Excel sheet that looks normal, but what you don't know is that there is an invisible chart here. So let's try to find it. Again, we go to Home, Find and Select, Selection pane. Under Selection pane, you can see here I have a chart and it's invisible because of this icon. In older version of Excel, you will see here a box and then it will be ticked or unticked. So if I click here, boom, you get the salaries, and again it's confidential information. You can quickly toggle through the other sheet. Here, for example, you can see there is a comment that is hidden, and here there was the chart. Here there is nothing. The last one is whether there is a data model. So to see if there is a data model, you can just go to Data, and then you click here, go to the Power window, and then you get the data model. If you do diagram view, you can see that there is one table in this data model. So once you see everything, you can just go back to your inspect. So info. Another tip I want to give you is that, again, depending on the version of Excel, the inspect workbook might be in a different place, but it will always be there. So if I recheck for issues, you can see it's asking me to save before I do anything. So I always advise you to save. Then we do inspect. So here I can start removing some of the elements, for example, the comments, the document properties, the data model, and so on. And then I can close. So this is how it works. This is the best practice when you take over an Excel sheet. Please let me know in the comment section whether you ever did this when you took over a task. And as usual, give this video a thumb up and subscribe to the channel if you didn't do so.